Okay, I'm just about done with this Arid's task, and my inventory space is getting a little bit tight. I like to do this whole task in one trip, and of course I bank all the bones, and with using a yak, sometimes that can be a little bit difficult, because the yak just has a hard time keeping up. I don't know why the yak storage pouch, has never been changed, so you can, like, bank more items per minute, because it really needs to be, because, like, pre-EOC, you could do just about every Slayer task other than, like, lower level dragons, and you could bank everything. But now you can't do that anymore because you just kill stuff too quickly. Wow, you left dark arrowheads on the ground. Those are worth a lot. Anyway, time to get a new task. Okay, Curdo, I know I ask a lot, and I know this is only the first task of this episode, but can I get some TDs? Let's make it happen. Thank you. Okay, well that is possibly the best start for an episode we've ever had. So yeah, I probably made like, I don't know, 2.5 mil the Arid task. Again, the Arid bones are going down rapidly. They're like 10k not long ago. They're 8k and still dropping. So prayer is now going to be cheap to train. So if you want that turmoil, I would advise going for it soon. Probably wait till bones drop a little bit more, then go for it. Okay, so I finished off my task here at TD's, and I have like a minute of overload left, but I think I'm just going to teleport out. Task went okay, got a fair amount of charms. I also got claws. One thing that's really irritating me, and I hope this doesn't sound like I'm conceited or selfish or anything, is when you get a really troll drop and people like say grats with a whole bunch of exclamation marks. It's like, the claws are 400k, why are you gratsing me on 400k? I don't know, I just get irritated by that. Maybe I'm just a spiteful person, but yeah, it irritates me when you get a drop and you're like, oh, that's such a troll, and then people are like, oh my goodness, grats. But anyway, let's price check the claws. I know they're not even 500k for the set. I guess they are, but they didn't show a light beam on the ground, which is weird. I have my light beam set to 500k, but whatever. Maybe the light beam just was working incorrectly. So yeah, 590k for the claws drop. Okay, let's go for another task here. Calgarians possibly would be kind of cool. Skeletal wyverns are a pretty rare task, but you should always do them when you get them because they're really, really good Slayer XP and really good Crimson. Also, if you have a Noxious Staff, or in my case, a whatever the staff is called, level 78, fully degradable PvP armor, I always forget the name of it, Zuriel Staff, yeah, I'm using a Zuriel Staff all the time, it's OP, then you just absolutely tear the skeletal wyverns. You just destroy them, and it's such good XP because you can kill them in like a couple basics. But I'll definitely be doing that one. Skeletal wyverns have been done, or wyverns, however you choose to pronounce them. Pretty good task. I had to do like 80 of them, so it was near the max amount, which kind of sucked, but they are pretty good XP in both summoning because of all the Crimson Charms you get, and also magic. So also this week is Vitalis rotation, so I'm kind of hoping I can find a Virago team because I want to learn how to bomb tank, and this is kind of the rotation that you want to do it because it's like the easiest rotation for the bomb tank, and I'm trying to convince people to go with me, so good luck to me. Okay, Curdo, I'm going to call Calgarians, probably not going to happen. Hey, you cannot be mad with Glaciers though. One other thing that finally happened, I've been holding this off for so long, but I caved in and I bought bank boosters, so I now am up to like 203 free-to-play bank spaces. For a really long time I was holding off, and I'm like, I don't want to spend money on bonds because they're expensive, but I did buy a bank booster plus 50 bank boosters. I needed to buy 2 bonds because I had some ring coins left over from the last time I bought bonds or whatever, and it costs like 12 mil, which really sucks, but now I have like 50 extra slots, which is nice because this thing was taking up so much space in my bank I had like no room. Managed to finish the Glaciers task without shooting myself in the face. I'm just kidding, I really enjoy Glaciers quite a bit most of the time, and didn't get any drops or anything, but you know, Glaciers are really, really good XP, and if I'm not wrong, I should have passed 81 mil Slayer. I think I was just a few K off of it when I started that Glaciers task, or maybe I got it during the Wyverns, I have no idea really. That's pretty awesome. Again, like 6 shards of Armadillo, and I think I did 58 kills, or maybe 60 kills, so just about right on the drop rate. So far, I can kind of say this because I've revealed that I'm going to be going for all drops in the game from all bosses, and also stuff like Glaciers and TDs, which are kind of pseudo bosses. They're not really bosses, but they drop unique drops, so they kind of are. I'm at 1400 Glacier kills. I've had 2 Glavens and 2 Ragefires. Have yet to have any Steads, and I'm actually about 5,000 Glacier kills since I had my last pair of Steads, if not more. I believe I've made 5 staffs, this being the 5th since my last pair of Steadfast. So I've been really dry on the Steadfast, and also 1,000 kills on my other account, my newbie account, so technically 6 staffs if you think about it without a pair of steads, which is fine. I've still made okay money from them, so I'm not complaining or anything. It's just I want to get that pair of steads eventually so I can finish off Glaciers for the series, but we'll see. Automatons for my next boss, and well, they're again not bosses, they're kind of pseudo bosses because they do have the unique drops with the gloves, which I will be having to get. Trying to commentate before you've had your morning coffee just does not usually go very well, so let's make this quick. Let's grab a task from Kuradel, let it be Calgarian Demons, but I just finished off the Automaton's task, Firewatch. Oh my goodness, that task is awful. One thing about Firewatch though, you can like pretty much fully AFK the task, and it's not that bad. We will be doing some DKs, but oh man, I cannot stand Firewatch, so I have to skip that because it's horrible XP, even if it is super AFK. Automaton's loot, we'll price check it really quickly. How about that? Take out the prayer potions and the mithril arrows, and 554k. So we didn't get assigned a whole lot of automatons, didn't get a whole lot of loot, but still one of my favorite tasks in the game. So guys, I'm going to be cutting my DK's trip short for a couple reasons. For one, it is time to make a video. I'm a little bit late on that. I put it off a little bit too long. Bad things to get into the habit to, I gotta tell you. And for two, I'm just so freaking bored of DKs right now. I've been here for nearly an hour and a half. If I drank this overload dose, it would be an hour and a half. The drops were extremely good, so I probably should be staying because I was getting really, really lucky, and you guys will see that in a second when I price check. But oh, I was just getting so bored. So I teleport out, and let's see how many I have left. 77 Dagonoths. I'm just gonna cancel that, I guess. Yes, it probably feels like a humongous waste of points to a lot of you, but I have plenty of Slayer points, so I don't really mind. But in most situations, if you got bored of DKs, you just go cannon the DKs in Waterbirth Dungeon to finish off the task. And if I was smart, that's what I would do. Alright, I'm about to reveal the drops. Just remember, don't get too jealous. So if we look at my inventory, I got 4 hatchets. Again, that's 2 tasks in a row with 4 hatchets. 2 tasks in a row where I killed around 160-ish Dagonoth Kings and received 4 hatchet drops. So yes, I have been getting insanely lucky there. However, hatchets are also dropping, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. Although it's pretty much confirmed that crystal hatchets, when Elf City comes out, will require Dagonoth hatchet to make, because Jags did a straw poll on it. And so far, I think the option where you vote for, I want a crystal hatchet to require a Dagonoth hatchet, is up by like 84% to 16%, where it would not require a dragon hatchet. So good job, guys. You're realizing that the economy needs at least some way to suck a little bit less. So most likely these will be required for crystal hatchets, like 99% almost confirmed, basically. So they should go up then, and all the Dagonoth King ranks are just crashing. Like Berserker rank went from 1 mil like a month ago to 600k. I don't know what caused its crash, but everything's crashing. So yeah, 13 mil in about an hour and a half. Okay, so time to make maybe a few of you mad, canceling Dagonoth task, wasting points when it's almost over. I apologize if that makes you mad. I'm not trying to be wasteful here or anything, but I think I have enough Slayer points that I'm completely fine. Iron Dragons is normally a decent task. I'm going to cancel it though because it's really not the best Slayer XP. Iron Dragons are decent, but they're like 80k Slayer an hour. So technically, if you're really going for XP, they're not worth doing. Tormented Demons, that is a great task. So there's no way I cancel that. Hey, I ask for that task all the time. So when I get it, I gotta be pretty thankful about that. So thank you, Kuradel, and I'm off on my farm run now. Alright, TD's task done, 800 and, well, 1,880 even. I gotta add 1,000 on top of that. Come on, I'm not some sort of Slayer noob here. But I finished off the TDs, went fairly well, other than the fact that I forgot runes running down there. I always forget something, and this time it was runes. Last time I went to TDs, I forgot arrows. Yeah, I didn't get any interesting drops, though, but it only took like half an hour, so pretty quick task for how good of XP that is. Also, one thing that we just recently found out, it was on the RS homepage, so I'm sure everybody knows by this point because this is a couple days. This video will be going up a couple days after that was announced, but there will be another double XP weekend coming in November, so that's really awesome. One thing that I'm kind of hoping will happen is that it'll kickstart the economy again, and I'm also hoping I'll get 120 Slayer by that point so I can actually sell my tab, which is awesome. This might sound kind of selfish of me, but let's just say my tab will be worth a lot more if I'm selling it right before a bonus XP weekend, rather than if I sold it like a couple days ago when everything was really crashed. So the main thing that I'm happy about though is the economy should hopefully get a bit of a boost and maybe go up instead of just everything crashing. I imagine weapons and armor will still be crashing, but at least the raw materials won't be. Abbey Demons though, for my next task. Also, I got one of those thingies off the treasure hunter, not really sure what you call them. But I reset my Abbey mask, so I now have Mask of Abyss, which will give me extra XP and double drops once every 10 drops. So that's pretty nice, but I used to have 15,000 Abbey Demon kills on this mask, and now I have 0. So, oh well, had to reset that, but I'll get some extra XP for this. Oh my goodness, the Abbey Demons are done. I got myself an Abbey head. I now have 6 of them, and unfortunately, they're not very useful because they don't alch for anything. One thing that I found out the other day is if you have KBD heads from the King Black Dragon, they actually alch for like 30k. Unfortunately, Abbey Demon heads do not experience the same sort of awesome alch price. They're kind of useless. Sup, Curdle, let's have some Calgear. No, I'm just kidding. We're actually going to get another Abbey Demon task. Yes, assign me this creature. Hey, I actually did not ask for a task. I just got one. Curdle cannot make me get a crap task I don't want. Instead, I'm just going to kill 195 more Abbeys. Might as well use my daily task for the day since Abbeys, I'm getting bonus XP from this mask, so they're really good XP. Might as well take advantage of it while I can. Okay, I'm done with the Abbey Demons task, and although you can't really see it, I experienced a humongous fail during this task. I went to bank, actually, because I thought the task was over, but I had like 9 left because this mask gives you double Infernal Ashes, so my urns filled up faster, and when my urns ran out, I was like, oh, the task is over, because I had exactly like 198 or something, so I filled all my urns and like, alright, let's go back to Curdle and get another task, and I wasn't actually done because I'm getting double ashes from this helm, so it filled up my urns a little bit faster. Anyway, let's turn that in for 149k XP. Also, I got so many freaking gems during this task. I actually filled up my gem bag with rubies, so I can't store anymore. It's full of rubies. Crazy. I was also picking up someone else's drops who was kind enough to just leave everything on the ground though, so that helped. I thought Abbey Demons were actually pretty good crimsons, but now that you really think about it, I got 132 crimsons in 2 tasks, and that's with every 10 times I had the chance to double crimsons too, so not really the best. Desert Strikeworms, speaking of not really the best, they definitely fall under that category as well. Just give me a good task, please. Nihil. That's about almost as few Nihil as you can get, which kind of sucks, but I'll definitely take the task. Wow, that took hardly any time at all. I got a tip from someone to kill the Shadow Nihils, whatever. Don't judge me. Instead of the Ice Nihils. A big reason for this is you kill them faster. For whatever reason, you just tear the Shadow Nihils with range, even though they're weak to melee. And they don't drop as good of stuff because they don't drop Lantidime Seeds, but you kill them so much faster. And I think it's probably maybe worth it. So I managed to complete that task in probably half the time it would have taken me, and I don't have to like even bring a Beast of Burden, because normally you have to bring a ton of prayer pots because the Ice Nihils strain your prayers so much, and the Shadow Nihils don't really do that. So I'll probably be killing them in the future, and you know, it might not be quite as good of money, but the task will take less time. It'll be much better XP, and I won't have to bring a ton of prayer pots as well. So let's get another task. How about some Dark Beasts? Hello everyone, just finished off the Dark Beast and I got my customary Dark Bow. I don't even know how many tasks it's been in a row, probably like 5 or 6 tasks in a row where I've gotten a Dark Bow. There's supposed to be like a 1 in 500 drop rate or something, but I always get them. Kind of just my thing when I do Dark Beast tasks. I did use melee for that Dark Beast task, mostly just because I kind of want melee XP, because right now I'm at 42 mil attack and 20 mil strength, so my melee is kind of low considering I'm already at 62 mil range. And I'm already at 41 mil magic, so like I have a lot of melee to go till like I get both of them to 120, so I should probably be meleeing tasks as much as possible. Looks like our next task is going to be Muzpa, and unfortunately you can't melee that one. Well, you could, it just wouldn't really be a good idea, since pretty much the only good way to kill those is with Ancients. Wow, that task was so fast. I did it in about 15 minutes, just because with the Noxious Staff, when you're kind of like paying attention and using Sunshine, and you know, using Ancient Magics as well for the double damage, you just completely destroy the Muzpas. Usually you can take them out in just a couple of abilities. I also got a U-Logs drop, I got a Pure Essence drop, and I got 2 45 Law Rune drops. So 4 kind of rare drops. I don't think Law Runes are on the rare drop table. They might be, but I do know they're just an uncommon drop. Like a lot of monsters drop 45 Law Runes as a drop. It's just usually pretty rare to get them. Not really sure why they're on the drop table, but okay. Okay, let's try the Calling a Task game. I'm kind of feeling black demons right now. How about that? Celestial dragons. Okay, I'm actually really happy that my prediction wasn't right, because I did not want to do black demons. I just kind of felt the vibes appearing from Curdle, but you know, of course, she goes back to the celestial dragons, the old standard task. Sup guys, celestials task all done, and I just drank like a ton of tea, and I feel a little bit sick at the moment. But I did also pick myself up a celestial hand wraps drop. I managed to bank it because with my yak, just to save inventory space and all that, but I now have 2 celestial hand wraps in my bank, so if you remembered from last time I only had 1. Still have never had an ascension grips drop, which kind of suck because they're the most valuable one. I think ascension grips are still, they were 4 mil last time I checked, which was a couple weeks ago, and when I checked, hand wraps were 2.2 and the razorbacks were 1.4. So yeah, the ascension grips are definitely the ones most worth it. However, they're probably also the most rare. New task time, my favorite time of the day. Hey, there's a tiny Lucienne there. And it's going to be water fiends, only 170 of them. Kind of a smaller-ish task of water fiends, but that's fine. First I got to do all my daily stuff, which I'm not looking forward to. I don't really like doing it, but it's definitely worth it. Daily DG challenge, all that good stuff. After that, it looks like I'll be off to water fiends. Alright, so unfortunately you guys missed a couple tasks because it was late at night, and also my family was blasting the TV at incredibly high volumes, even louder than the last time they did it and I tried to record. So I figured, you know, it's probably not the best idea. And you look at my inventory and you only see a few things in here. I had like, I think 86 nihils or something to kill, but I had to bank at almost the very end of the task because I've been buying farming supplies from warbands. I only buy like 1 or 2 waves a day, so I buy like 25 to 50 supplies a day. But the main reason I've been doing this is because the market for warband supplies has crashed a lot and they've become quite cheap for the XP, and I'm technically paying about the same or maybe even a little bit cheaper for warband supplies than I would planting magic trees. And I plant magic trees anyway, so in my mind I'm kind of justifying, you know, technically, yeah, considering I don't pay for my magic trees with coconuts, buying warband supplies is actually cheaper than doing magic tree runs. So I'm doing magic tree runs, then buying warband supplies is definitely a good thing. I will be canceling this Dagonos task because I can't do DKs right now because I just don't have time today. Cow fights, that's another task I'll be canceling because I normally would do cow fight king, but I'm short on time today, man, so I can't do it today. Let's get a nice little quick task. Griffle Pines, perfect. That is like, if I could pick a nice quick task, it would probably be Griffle Pines. But anyway, if you're someone who does magic trees anyway, and you really hate doing warbands, like I could just do warbands, but oh my goodness, it sucks. It's awful. So I'm just gonna buy supplies, 25 or 50 a day, not a huge amount, but it's definitely worth it if you're paying for magic trees anyway. That was the fastest Slayer task ever. It took about, I don't know, 3 minutes. We can actually check. Look at our mage level, 106. I forget what the highest mage level boost is, but it goes down by 1 per minute, and then I took like a minute to get the recorder open, so whatever that is. Doesn't it boost it up to like 116 or something? So I think it took like a 9-minute task or something like that. Anyway, got a Spear Sapphire. That's pretty much the loot from that task. The loot isn't really good, but it's a very good XP task. Also, apparently people are getting banned for buying mages books, so that's generally a good thing to stay away from. Give me a quick task. Desert Strike Worms. I used to do them. They've kind of fallen out with me lately just because I really don't like the whole thing of running around and clicking on all of them. Black Demons, that's probably fine, so we'll go ahead and go do that. Melee with Dark Light kills those Black Demons really quickly, so this should probably be like a 25-minute task. It doesn't take very long. The Black Demons task is done. Didn't take too long. Managed to pick myself up 87 Crimsons there. So what I'm going to do is pick up a new task, but we're actually going to end off the episode here. And one thing that I do apologize about, and I know I should be doing more often, is show my Slayer XP before I end off the episode. Because people ask me, what's your Slayer XP? And I'm like, oh, I meant to show it. I just forgot. And so we're going to end off with 82.16 mil Slayer, which is roughly 21.8 mil, something like that, until 120. My goal is to get it done before November 1st, before the bonus XP weekend, because the tab is going to be worth a lot more if I sell it before the bonus XP weekend than after the bonus XP weekend. So because I have a lot of stuff like water talismans, earth talismans, runes. Well, runes probably won't be going up, herbs, all that stuff in the tab, and that is going to really help if I sell it during or before the bonus XP weekend. Alright, so our task is going to be Mithril Dragons that we are going to start with on the next episode. And wow, I actually got an Addy or rare drop during that task. I honestly did not even notice that until then. This is generally what the tab looks like. I don't think there's been any new additions to it. No, it doesn't look like it, except for this warrior ring. So I now finally have the Dagonoth King ring set. Other than that, the tab is exactly the same. So I will see you guys next time, and hopefully we'll get a couple more Mill Slayer XP next time. Progress towards 120, and farewell.